Hey guys, welcome to question MM420 of the Maths Methods Fortify study guide. So we've got this question that says a workplace in Melbourne employs 10 senior staff and 30 junior staff. 3 times every month, one employee is selected at random for a performance review. Assume that this is truly random. One particular employee can be chosen multiple times. Part A, which is a 1 mark question, says what is the probability that no junior staff are chosen in a given month? Awesome. So let's talk about how or what the probability is of not choosing a junior staff is, okay? So if we don't have any junior staff chosen in a given month, that means that we've only chosen senior staff in that month, right? So because there's 3 chosen per month, that means we've actually chosen 3 senior staff, senior, within that 1 month. Now, what's the chance of picking a senior staff member to begin with? Well, there's 10 senior members, and there's 40 total, right? So 10 senior and 30 junior, so that's 40 total, which means you've got a 1/4 chance to pick a senior, right? So you've got a 1/4 chance there. And again, it's completely random, so one employee can be chosen multiple times, so this probability doesn't actually change. So it's 1/4 again, and then 1/4 again. So choosing 3 senior staff in 1 month, or no junior staff, is 1 on 4 times 1 on 4 times 1 on 4, which is 1 on 64. That's our first and only mark for part A. Let's move on to part B. Part B is also a 1 mark question and says, what is the probability that at least 1 junior staff member is chosen in a given month? Cool. So this probability is the probability that no junior staff are taken. So this is the only possibility or the only pathway that results in no junior staff being taken, right? So if we're choosing at least 1 junior staff, that means we've got every single other possibility except for this one. So we have 1 minus 1 over 64, which equals 63 on 64, right? Because 1 is 64 on 64. Awesome, that's it. So that's our first and only mark. So that's 1 mark for part B, and that's it. So let's move on to part C. Part C is, again, also a 1 mark question. And says, what is the probability that no junior staff are selected for 6 months in a row? Give your answer in the form a to the power of b, where a and b are real constants. Cool. Well, in 1 month, we found that the probability of not picking a junior was 1 on 64. And if this happens 6 months in a row, the probability of that happening is 1 on 64 times 1 on 64 times 1 on 64, 6 times, right? So 1 on 64 to the power of 6. So no junior times 6. Now, 64 is the same as, 1 on 64 is the same as 64 to the power of -1, 6. And 64 in itself is the same as 2 to the power of 6. Okay, so 2 to the power of 6 to the power of -1, that's this bit, and then that to the power of 6. So what we get then is 2 to the power of -6 to the power of 6, which is 2 to the power of -36. Now, this is our first and only mark. That's the simplest form we can get it in. You could also say 64 to the power of -6, but that wouldn't be the most simple form. So guys, that's it for part C. That actually wraps up MM420. So let's move on to the next one. If you have any questions about any of this, please let me know. But otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.